Miss District of Columbia shouldn't be in the Miss USA pageant because Columbia is not in the United States.
Okay.
It's in a different country. It's a different country. It's...
Okay, Mary. District of Columbia is Washington, D.C.
No, it's not.
It is Washington, D.C.
But I want to say one thing to the American people. I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
This is your Week 3 preview presented by Buffalo Wild Wings. The Oakland Raiders, sitting at 2-0, have to travel all the way across the country to take on the Washington Redskins at 1-1. Pete, I like the Raiders, even on the road here, even with the time change. What say you?
I think this is going to be a fun game. I think there's going to be a ton of points scored in this game. I think the Oakland defense still has major problems. The Jets moved the ball on them a little bit last week, and they're not any good on offense. The Redskins are pretty good on offense. I think they'll move the ball. But I don't know if they're going to stop the Raiders. That Raiders offense with that offensive line, that passing game, the running game, they can do it all. I think we're going to see a lot of points in this game.
I think so, too. And you know what bothers me about this matchup is if it comes out to a shootout and the Washington Redskins have the ball at the end of the game, do you trust Kirk Cousins not to turn the football over?
I don't. I've told you that for years.
And that's what I'm saying is I think that's where I'm a little bit concerned. But the thing I'm looking forward to watching, Marshawn Lynch and the Raiders running game, and then really Chris Thompson and the Redskins. He kind of came on in week 2.
They ran the ball
wins
well
the better
against
of that matchup?
Yeah, they ran the ball well against the Rams last week. I think this week, though, it's going to go back to the air game. I think both teams are going to throw the football around. It's going to be a fun game to watch.
Are you going to look for Marshawn Lynch to be dancing on the sideline again?
He won't dance on the road, will he?
Well, maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
Redskins win.
Welcome into another edition of NFL Power Rankings. I'm Colleen Wolfe alongside three-time Pro Bowler and current vegan MJD.
That's right.
And the man who's been writing these rankings and listening to you give him heat for 7 years now, Elliot Harrison. What do we have in store today? What should we brace ourselves for?
Colleen, I have 0 Pro Bowls, okay? But I've got a team that's moving 10 spots up. I got a team that dropped more than 10 spots and a team in the top 10 that nobody's talking about. And they haven't talked about them all offseason, and we are going to talk about them.
We're going to change that right now. Here we look at the top 10. And look, the AFC West is represented well in your top 10. But that first #1 spot, the Chiefs, I think you've been listening to MJD on this.
I might have. Hey, I give him a lot of credit. He called the Week 1 upset in New England. Kansas City watched every play of the second half of this game. Their front seven would not let up. They got the big interception from Chris Jones. The defense is the biggest reason why they're #1.
Bob Sutton, he's looking good right now.
Well, you know what? For me, the Chiefs are doing what they're supposed to do. You lose Eric Berry, you replace him, but that secondary has still been able to cover, and they're getting pressure on the quarterback, and they're confusing. They're confusing quarterbacks. And let's remember, the Eagles, calling your team, they're a really good team.
Yeah, they are. #2, another really good team, another offense that can gash you in a couple different ways like the Chiefs are the Raiders.
Yeah, and Colleen, I think this is deserved. Well, of course, I did the list, so I'm not going to argue with myself. But what do we always say? If you're at home against a weaker team, you need to handle them. Well, guess what? The Raiders handled them by 3 scores. We're playing backups in the second half. Jalen Richard had a great game for the Raiders, and they also had an impressive road win in Week 1. I think this is deserved.
The Raiders' defense is not getting enough credit. They go to Tennessee. They shut down their running game. They do a really good job of keeping the offense in the game in the first half against the Jets. Then the offense takes off in the second half. The Raiders are for real.
So you're okay with listening to them?
Yeah, right now.
Somewhere right now, Marshawn Lynch is whipping around his dreads.
As he should be.
There's
I like this top 10 right here.
I think you should like it because you put it together.
I know you don't like it. Packers, big drop down. Boy, a lot of injuries there. I know we're going to get to some of these other teams. Lions, Falcons would be one I'd look at, but I really like the Raiders at Redskins matchup. If the Redskins can upset them, and I think the Redskins are a weaker team. Obviously, that's going to shake up the power rankings. Also, I want the Raiders to go out and prove it. You beat a weaker team at home. Now go beat a weaker team on the road. And I also love the matchup. We only see this every 4 years. Super Bowl 18.
Listen, I saw the Redskins last week versus the Rams. They are who we thought they are.
Yep.
They're not that good.
Yeah.
They run the ball well.
They do run the ball well.
Both of those teams can run the ball well now, too.
Yep.
What makes a Mac? Hard work, determination, and grit. We train, we study, we repeat. You gotta earn it. Because if I've learned one thing, it's that nothing is given. You only get out what you put in. And I'm all in. We live for times like these. We are Mac, and this is I Am.